Greetings and salutations, Oriole Nation. Welcome to Ludington Oriole football on 102.7 WMOM and the Oriole Sports Network. The voice of the Orioles, Scoop Hansen, with you on the play-by-play call tonight, joined by Jamie Sycon doing the color commentary. We also have Julia Havman as our OSN 102.7 WMOM technical engineer, and making his debut tonight as the OSN cameraman, we have Jackson Jenner. Jackson Jenner making his debut, and we're happy to have him aboard the OSN 102.7 WMOM sports team. Tonight, the Ludington Orioles 1-1 and 0-0 in the West Michigan Conference Lakes Division take on the Fremont Packers. 0-2 overall, 0-1 in the West Michigan Conference Lakes Division. Fremont has scored 32 points this year. They've given up 56. They have lost to Hopkins 34-20 and Manistee 22-12. Ludington has defeated Alpena 67-0, and also they have defeated Mason County Central 50-43. Ludington has scored 110 points, and they have given up 50 points. Orioles in West Michigan Conference Lakes Division play for the first time tonight. Jamie, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Scoop. How are you?
Great. And got a muggy, warm night here in Fremont for week 3 of the MHSAA season. Week 1, it was hot and warm at Oriole Field. Last week, it was more like traditional football weather, and now we're back to where we were opening week, kind of, with the weather.
Yeah, that's not a lot of wind up here. It's a little muggy, but we'll get through it. That's what football's all about.
You talk about the tale of 2 different weeks, Jamie. Orioles put up 67 points against Division I Alpena opening week, and then last week against their county rival, they give up 50. They did score 43. It was offensive fireworks last Friday night at Oriole Field.
Yeah, it probably came down to who was going to get the ball last, or, both offenses were on top notch there, and the defenses were a little bit shaky here and there, but that's a rival football game. It was a great game to watch. I watched it from home, and was excited to see the Orioles battle it out like that, and just came away with it. But like Charlie said, there's a lot to learn from that game, and I think it probably left a bad taste in our guys' mouths, and they're ready to come out here and forget that and start fresh over this week.
They're very motivated tonight, no doubt about that. And putting it quite simply, Jamie, it might have been, and in fact, it was the wildest football game I have covered as the voice of the Ludington Orioles, and that dates back to 2011. I mean, it was just nonstop offense, and just really surprised how the Orioles got beat up in the trenches, both on the offense and defensive lines, particularly the defensive line.
Yeah, compared to what they did in week 1, but like Coach Gunsel said at the end of that first game, next week's going to be a different story. And, these are big kids. It's a county rival. They're hungry. It was probably the best football game that I've seen since I moved here into the Ludington area since 2012. But I've seen a lot of good football games there, but, man, that was some awesome scoring power there for both sides.
We'd like to thank House of Flavors Manufacturing and our exclusive pregame sponsor, delicious House of Flavors ice cream, sold around the world, made right here in Ludington. House of Flavors Manufacturing, proud to help keep our hometown dynamic and support Ludington Oriole sports, producing and distributing quality ice cream since 1937, and pleased to be an important corporate citizen and premier employer in the Ludington community. That's House of Flavors Manufacturing. Learn more at www.houseofflavors.com. Right now, we're going to step aside, listen to the interview I did with Coach Charlie Gunsel right here on 102.7 WMOM and the Oriole Sports Network. Stay tuned, Oriole Nation. Oriole Nation, welcome to the House of Flavors Manufacturing pregame coaches interview. I'm with Coach Charlie Gunsel. Tonight, Coach, your team opens up West Michigan Conference Lakes Division play against the Fremont Packers, a team that the Orioles have handled pretty easily the last number of years. I know there was a game, was it last year's? No, it was 2 years ago, 7-0. Yeah. And that was at Fremont. And then last year, your team handled them rather easily at Oriole Field. But they've played 2 pretty good games to start the year. They're 0-2, but they've been very competitive.
Yeah, they're much improved. And, you talk about handling teams in the past, obviously that holds no water. So, we just had to get back to work. I mean, last week stung. It stung bad. And, it's a game that we felt like, going into it, we felt good. And then we just didn't execute. There's there's 3 phases to every game, and we failed at 2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
And so we've spent all week trying to clean that stuff up and get better for Fremont. And Fremont's an improved football team. They're much more physical than they've been. They're huge. They're absolutely huge. So I'm sure they're going to want to try to keep us between the tackles and try to beat us up. Like, much the success MCC had. Most of their success was between the tackles. So, a big week of just kind of trying to find ourselves and correct some errors.
Tough, gut-wrenching loss, as you mentioned, Coach, but I'll tell you what, the community, Mason County, everybody I'm bumping into, they want to talk about the football game Friday night, and Mason County Central, they celebrated that game like they'd won the Super Bowl afterward, and why not? I mean, Ludington's had great success against the Spartans for the most part throughout the years, and that was one heck of a ball game, a high school game. I know it stung for your players, but I'm sure they're going to use that as motivation coming back tonight against Fremont.
Yeah, and I think that's what they've done. We've had some really good live sessions this week, and work on things that we felt cost us the game. And I thought Mason County Central coming in had a really nice club. I thought Peyton Mers was a special type of kid, and they absolutely exposed us. So all week's just been about fundamentals and technique, because at the end of the day, that's what we lost. When we lose our technique or we lose our fundamentals, it would result in a touchdown, and that goes for all 3 phases: offense, defense, and special teams. So just trying to button things up and clean things up and get ready to play, like I said, a really physical Fremont Packer football team.
You've got to be pretty happy with the way your offense has played the first 2 weeks. 110 points in 2 games, and the play of your quarterback, Cam Gunsel. I believe he had 7 touchdowns opening night. I think he had, was it 6 or 7 in the 6? That's what I thought. 6 touchdowns in week 2. You got to be happy with your offensive line, and also, how about your tight end, Andre Walden?
Yeah, I think we're clipping at a pretty good level offensively right now. We are physical up front, and Andre excels in space. And so, we did a better job of getting him the ball in one-on-one type situations. We've got to do a better job of getting the ball out of Cam's hands. I mean, we do so much read stuff that he's keeping it too much. I mean, he can't have 35 carries. We can't have 35 carries in a game. So, we've spent this week developing other aspects of our running game, more direct runs, and you're going to see more of Max Flannery. You're going to see more of, hopefully Cooper Holmes and more stuff with Andre in our running game. It's just, we've got to start to spread that out, because we get done with a game like that, and then we come to practice on Monday, and Cam's beat up.
Yeah.
He's just beat up.
Yeah.
And so we've got to distribute the ball a little bit better.
Yeah, no doubt. Very physical game as well. You saw all those points that were put up, but it was a very hard-hitting physical game, as you'd expect from county rivals. Fremont, you said they're big. They like to pass the ball. Do they like to pound the ball between the tackles? How is their offense going to come at the Orioles?
They have multiple tailbacks that I think are extremely talented, so I think they're going to try to pound the ball at us, especially coming off of what they're watching on film, what we did last week, being really, somewhat acceptable to that, between the tackles. So we'll have to stop the running game first. They're definitely a run-first football team. I think they have the ability to throw. They have some nice receivers on the offensive side of the ball, but they're just so big and strong up front. I think they like, the old saying is, we want to play in space, they want to play in a telephone booth. So we've got to be ready for that, because that's what we're going to see.
And defensively, 5-2 for Fremont, or is it more of a 4-3?
Yeah, they'll operate on a couple different looks. I think it's all based off a 3-3 stack, like we saw week 1 against Alpena. A lot of cover 3, mostly cover 3. You will mix in some man-to-man coverages and things like that. But with the 3-3, there's a lot going on. You got 6 guys you got to be accounted for, and you don't really know where they're coming from. They line up one spot and they end up in a different. So we just need to be disciplined. Like I said, I'm very happy with how our offensive line's playing. I think they're playing at a high level, and they've done a nice job picking that stuff up to this point this year.
One last thing I want to say, and that's about Andre Walden. Once again, I as an assistant coach with Ludington's baseball team, I've coached him, and I think that's why his touchdown calls, I've had a little bit of a hard time on the description there. How quick when he gets that ball, and it's like, oh, that's Andre Walden out there. You look at, not that he's terribly, terribly slow as a baseball player, but boy, on a football field, he looks extremely quick and fast.
He's freaky athletic. People don't know how athletic he is, and hopefully tonight we do a better job showcasing that, not only in the pass game but in the run game. I mean, Andre has all the tools. I mean, he can go. He's got incredible hand-eye coordination. So he's somebody, again, we've got to get more involved with what we're doing. And hopefully, like I said, between Max and Cooper and Tenney, just take some of that load off the quarterback, because he's not going to make it. He's just not going to make it. So Andre, Cooper, Tenney, Max Flannery, and I don't feel like we've done the best job getting the ball to Messiah Himes. That's another kid that is incredibly athletic, and we've got to get him involved. And so that's been the focus this week, is get those guys some touches, and then we've got to carry that over to Friday night and get them touches.
And you seem like you have been Taj Williams as well, one of your playmakers as well. Hey, all the best to you, Coach, tonight here at Fremont, and we'll look forward to talking to you after the ball game. As always, go O's.
Thanks, Scoop. Go O's.
Welcome to House of Flavors, Michigan's largest ice cream producer. But we're more than just ice cream. We exist to make ice cream, feed people, and make our world a better place. We donate 25% of all profits to charity annually. You heard that right. We are dedicated, innovative, adaptable. Come join our team. We are looking for amazing people to join our team in maintenance, operations, palletizing, warehouse, CDL drivers. We provide career development opportunities, year-round stability, competitive wages, health insurance, 401k retirement, bonuses, profit sharing, and free ice cream. Join us to make ice cream and make a difference. Find your career today at houseofflavors.com/careers.
Welcome back to Fremont High School. The Ludington Orioles and the Fremont Packers getting set for action. Ludington currently has a 6-game winning streak against Fremont. The last time the Packers defeated the Orioles, 2014, by the score of 28-0. Last year, the Orioles won at Oriole Field 42-20. 2 years ago, when Ludington played here at Fremont, it was 7-0. And also, it's kind of a unique thing for the OSN. The OSN had its very first telecast, live stream, right here, right where we're standing right now, Jamie Sycon. 2019, it was against Fremont, and we only got one quarter in, and we had to come back. It was a Friday night. We had to come back this next night, Saturday, to complete the game because it was delayed. It was suspended after one quarter due to lightning and thunder.
Yeah, I remember that night there. I wasn't here, but I was watching that first live telecast, and it was awful bad weather there.
Yeah, Ludington won that game 35-0. Fremont will be kicking off to the Orioles. Ludington in their white away jerseys. The Orioles' first road game of the season. White pants. They got their black helmet with their orange O. Fremont, red tops, white pants, white helmet with the red P on the side. They also have the P on one side, and they have their number on the other side.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool little helmet there.
Orioles' first road game of the season. Again, they come in at 1-1. Fremont 0-2. Fremont, this is their second conference game. This is the Orioles' first conference game. Next Friday, we'll be at Muskegon Oak Ridge.
Oh, yep. I'll be there with you.
Looking forward to it. But right now, we got a lot of football ahead of us tonight, Jamie.
Yes, we do. I do like that black helmet with the like reflective O on there. It reminds me of the Oregon Ducks helmets.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from on that. That big orange O. And we're getting set for the opening kickoff here. Fans filtering in here at Fremont. You were talking about, you really noticed how crowned this field is, Jamie.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it, especially on the, I guess I got to get my directions where we're at from the 50-yard line going back to the concession stands. The Packers side right now is really crowned.
Carter Friends will kick off. He wears number 21. It's an onside kick, and it does not go 10 yards. And it's picked up there by an up man for the Orioles. And Ludington is going to have really great field condition or field position. And Fremont, obviously watching the game tape from last week, the Orioles and the Spartans, and it looked to be
Jaron Hathaway looked who was on that.
Jaron Hathaway picked it up.
Smart play.
And the Orioles will start out 1st and 10. And they're going to be at the Fremont 44-yard line. Great field position, Jamie, as we start this game. The Oriole offense comes out, led by their quarterback, number 1, Cam Gunsel, 6'3", 180-pound junior. And he will line up as normal out of the gun. And in the backfield with Gunsel will be number
It's like Max Flannery.
Looks like, yeah, 15, Max Flannery. So Charlie comes out with a different lineup than he gave me. Gunsel, he's going to roll left, still on his feet, and he's going to be taken down, and he'll gain maybe a yard, maybe 2. Let's see where the officials mark him right there. He got flushed out of the pocket right there, and he's going to be marked at the gain of 1 on the play. So he marked at the 43-yard line, 2nd and 9.
Yeah, they ran a little over and under route. They had the receiver break under, and they tried to get the tight end there, Waldron, deep, but there was tight coverage. He couldn't get it out there.
Andre Walden is becoming the Orioles' go-to receiver for the first 2 games. He's had some big plays. There's a fumble. There'll be a loss on the play. Gunsel went to pitch that ball back to number 5. That was Jonah Peterson. Peterson couldn't control the ball, and he downs it. He was able to fall on it, but it will be a loss on the play. Yeah. Oh, actually, no. That's going to be an incomplete pass. Let me get it right, folks. That is ruled an incomplete pass, so it'll bring up a 3rd and 9. Jamie?
It's one of those little shuttle passes. As soon as it hit Cam's hands, he pushed it forward, kind of to, who was it there?
Max Flannery.
Peterson was in
motion.
motion.
No, that was, Jonah Peterson.
It's like one of those little touch passes.
All right, Gunsel looking left. The screen pass set up there. That's Flannery. Flannery is near first down, but I think he's going to be marked a little bit short on the tackle for Fremont. Number 15, Noah Hansen. He's their middle linebacker.
He might be about a half a yard short, but I definitely think we're just going to power it right up inside there and get this first down.
Oh, yeah, there's no doubt Coach Gunsel did not even hesitate. It's a 4th and 1. Ball on the Fremont 34-yard line.
Yeah, he's got the jumbo package in there. Cole Hackert in the backfield there also.
With Big Dom Wheaton. And I think we're going to have a, what do we got here? Timeout by Ludington? We'd like to thank.
I think they might call for a measurement.
Yeah. We'd like to thank Trevor Scott Contracting and Restoration, LLC. They're our exclusive starting lineup sponsor, located at 913 South Washington Avenue in Ludington. Trevor Scott Contracting and Restoration, LLC. Services include basement foundations, concrete driveways, decorative concrete, porches, decks, including all the way up to custom-built homes. Contact Trevor Scott Contracting and Restoration, LLC at 888-860-4001. Expert craftsmanship, personalized service, quality materials, timely completion, and comprehensive solutions. That's Trevor Scott Contracting and Restoration, LLC.
Yeah, they made a measurement right there, Scoop, while you're doing that read, and we got it. First down by the nose of the ball, so the jumbo package is out, and we're back in a regular set.
1st and 10 for the Orioles. Ball on the Fremont 34. Gunsel rolling right. Gunsel, he'll keep the ball. He's at the 30, and he runs over a Fremont defender right there before he's taken out of bounds by number 4, Triton Corrigan. Tough yardage there, and a tough run by Cam Gunsel.
Yeah, Cam did not shy away from contact there. He definitely lowered the shoulder and ran through him, so...
Gain of 9 on the play, 2nd down and 1. Gunsel again the quarterback. The slot backs, number 2, Taj Williams, he's a sophomore. Number 5, Jonah Peterson, he's a senior. And number 8, Messiah Himes, he is a sophomore. Wide receivers, 13, Brody Kaminsky, a junior. And number 4, Zach Graham, a junior. 2nd down and 1 for the Orioles. They'll give the ball to Flannery. Flannery, if he got the first down, he barely got it. Let's see. Good second effort there by Flannery. Fremont's defensive tackles came up and did a nice job right there.
He did.
But he did get the first down. Good second effort there by Max Flannery. The starters on the offensive line for the Orioles, number 50, Colin Shelton. He's a 6'2", 185-pound junior. The right guard, 53, Connor Cheney, a 5'11", 190-pound junior. The left guard, 57, Landon Mosqueda. He is a 5'11", 175-pound junior. Left tackle, 54, Blake Nelson, a 6'2", 220-pound sophomore. And, of course, the right tackle, All-State candidate, Walt Autry. Gunsel flushed out of the pocket. He'll get it passed away. It's complete at the 10, at the 5. Touchdown, Orioles! Taj Williams. A 23-yard pass from quarterback Cam Gunsel to Taj Williams at the 9:20 mark of the first quarter.
Yeah, they just ran that play. They 4 wide receivers set there, and they put a guy in motion, and Cam read the defense to see if they had single coverage or if they were in zone, and they were in single coverage. He and stepped up in the pocket, and Taj was wide open breaking across the middle of the field there.
Jonah Peterson in for the point after. The holder, number 11, Benjamin Gronstall. And the long snapper, number 15, Max Flannery. The kick up, and I'll tell you what, that kick would have been good. The extra point right there would have been good from about 35, maybe 40.
Yeah, he almost put it on the roof of the locker rooms over there.
And with 9:20 to go in the opening quarter, your score from Fremont, the Ludington Orioles 7, the Fremont Packers nothing. We're going to step aside. You are watching and listening to the Oriole Sports Network and 102.7 WMOM. Stay tuned, Oriole Nation.
Safe Harbor Credit Union is your premier choice for all your banking needs. At Safe Harbor Credit Union, our members always come first. You're not just a member, you're family. This is Adam Johnson, President and CEO of Safe Harbor Credit Union and proud former Ludington Oriole athlete. We're thrilled to once again be the premier halftime sponsor for the Oriole Sports Network. If you haven't yet experienced the Safe Harbor Credit Union difference, now is the perfect time to make the switch. We cherish our relationships with our members and our community student athletes. You'll find us in the stands cheering for that next Oriole win and in local classrooms teaching financial literacy. We believe in being the local financial institution that you can trust with all your banking needs. When you invest with us, your money stays local, and local decision-making ensures that your needs are our top priority. Your success is our success. We belong to you. Come visit us at our new location at 5511 US 10 here in Ludington. We can't wait to welcome you into our family at Safe Harbor Credit Union.
Welcome back to Fremont. The Orioles score on their opening possession, a 23-yard touchdown pass from quarterback Cam Gunsel to slot back Taj Williams. Jonah Peterson's point after good. Orioles just kicked off. Peterson did one of those satellite kicks. It was a fair catch by the Packers' number 4, Triton Corrigan. And Fremont starts out 1st and 10, and they will be on their own 28-yard line.
Yeah, I'm not sure why I didn't let that go out of bounds, but we'll take it.
We'll get down through those starting lineups as we can here, folks. Fremont coming out. Their quarterback is number 10. He's just a sophomore, Braden Crosley. They've got receivers all over the field. And here we go, 1st and 10 for the Packers. Crosley rolls left. His pass is complete. And making the catch and a nice gain, number 18, and that was Asa Barnhard coming up on the stop for the Orioles.
It looked like it was number 7.
That was Will Rubianis on the tackle. So it'll bring up a 2nd down and 5, gain of 5 on the play. Here's a handoff and a nice run right there. It's going to be a Fremont for still on his feet. And I'm having bad dreams right now of Peyton Mers.
Yeah, 63 and looked like 63 and 3 in on the tackle there for us.
Carter Friends on the carry for Fremont. He wears jersey number 21. Yep. Fremont has the ball at their own 42-yard line. 1st and 10, 8:10 to go in this opening quarter. Ludington on top 7-0. Wondering if we're going to have another shootout like we had last week. Here's a run and a gain of about 3. Maybe 2. Friends on the carry there.
Cole Hackert and
Rubianis looked like again. Number 7.
Cooper Holmes, number 3. Cole Hackert and Cooper Holmes. Tell you, that running back's tough. The first 2 runs there after contact, he's gained 2 or 3 yards and just churning those legs. Reminds me of David Montgomery on Sunday night.
Yeah. Gain of 2 on the play there by Friends. He looks like a pinball out there bouncing off. Yeah, exactly. All right. Here's a quarterback who's going to let it go. He's got a receiver out there just overthrown. He intended to get that ball to number 3, Kai Nordyke. It was just a little far and back for the